I'm very, very indebted as a philosopher, as a thinker, and as a Christian to an early doctor of the church named St. Augustine. You maybe say St. Augustine, but it's St. Augustine. Augustine was living at like the end of the 300s and the beginning of the 400s, and he actually went through the first fall of Rome in 410. And when Rome fell in 410, a bunch of people who thought that the kingdom had arrived with Rome watched the downfall of Rome and thought the world is ending and even the kingdom of God is demolished. And Augustine writes this mammoth book called The City of God, and he says, wait a second, those were never the same thing. Those were never, this particular earthly instantiation of an empire, don't ever confuse that with kingdom come. And so Christians around the world and since Jesus have learned to pray a prayer, sometimes called the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy kingdom come. It's like such a cadence of the way Christians inhabit the world. And I would say it's precisely because I know the kingdom's not here yet, that I don't have to imagine an utter existential loss if this particular nation state is trembling, right? I know that in some ways I have a kind of citizenship that transcends, that is more than even my US passport. That I would say that has made a huge difference for how I've inhabited the turmoil that we have. By the way, I don't think that means that Christians think we are excused from participation. I think we have responsibility to care for our neighbors, to look for institutions that are just and merciful and bring flourishing to all. I think we can lament disorder in our social and political lives. But there's always just this kind of like sort of holy impatience that kind of characterizes a certain kind of holding things with an open hand. And I would just say that has made a huge difference for me.